everybody? Welcome to the Existential Stoic Podcast Quick Fix, Episode 1 with me, Randy, and my buddy Danny. What's up, Danny?
Hey, Randy.
So today we are doing something new, just a short little 10-minute episode where we're going to discuss a self-help topic, a popular self-help topic, and how to fix it in 10 minutes. So today's episode, we're talking about getting a fresh start, how to do it in less than 10 minutes.
A fresh start in 10 minutes?
Well, let's hope. I mean, at least we can theorize about it in 10 minutes.
We can, yeah.
Yeah. So I would say to begin with, I'll give my point of view, you give your point of view, and then we'll meet in the middle. So my thing for getting a fresh start is first just acknowledging what has already happened and accepting it for what it is. Because a lot of times we want to change things. We want to change things because we don't accept what is. So in order to be able to get a fresh start, one of the best things that we can do is just realize that what's already happened has happened. We can't change it. We can't change the past. Accepting that and then realizing that whatever you've done previously has gotten you here, but now you have the ability to make a choice, and whatever you do here can get you somewhere in the future.
Oh, I like that. I like the acknowledgement of the past. That's a crucial one, right? Because once we acknowledge that the past is what it is, we can actually move forward. If we're dwelling on the past, we can't move forward. We can't start again, right?
Absolutely.
Do you have any other suggestions with that?
Yeah, I think figuring out where you want to go. Because here's the thing, like once we have a blank canvas, then literally we live in a world of abundant possibility. Anything you want is possible. The only thing that holds you back from that is your own limiting beliefs. So then deciding where you want to go and start working towards that. Like one of the toughest things for a lot of people is they just don't know their direction. It's like a ship leaving a harbor. If you have a captain and a crew and a destination, you'll get there pretty much 99 out of 100 times. But if you just let a ship go and see what happens, who knows? It'll wind up on some beach or washed up a derelict or crushed in a storm. So it's really having that direction and then heading in that direction that's going to get you there.
Yeah, it's funny. I think you hit, a lot of the main ones for me too, is if you really want a fresh start, the first thing is, it really is just admitting that the past is the past, accepting it. And I think the crucial point there too is once you accept it, you can also look towards the future, and anything you do will be progress. All you have to do is take action. And once you take it, you're improving your situation, right? And I think, the other point you made too is crucial as well. Like, having some direction to go in. And I always think of this, in terms of like the authentic life. A lot of philosophers talk about this in terms of really having something that unifies our life or our character or who we are. This is some truth, some idea, some passion. So figuring out what it is that we really want to pursue in life, or something that we want to do around which we can sort of start building a life, right? And building a sort of sense of who we are. And that gives us motivation, and it helps us be more intentional, right? And act, take ownership of our actions, because I really think that is also crucial. We need to get a fresh start, we need to start owning our own lives, right? Recognizing that we and only we can live our own lives. No one else can live it for us.
Yeah, you made some great points there. I think one of the ones that I'd like to touch on is this idea of like helplessness and agency in your life. So there's this book that I'm reading right now, Learned Optimism by Martin Seligman, and I've been putting it off for years reading this one, and I wish I would have read this one a long time ago because it's incredible. He's done a whole bunch of research into helplessness in societies, and basically we learn helplessness. It's a learned behavior, so we can unlearn it as well, but this helplessness is oftentimes derived from pessimism, and it ends up causing depression. And pessimism and helplessness are totally learned traits. You can learn to be optimistic, and you can learn to help yourself. And when you do both of these things, you actually gain agency in your life. You're able to gain direction, and you're able to have examples in your life of where you've succeeded and look to those examples for more instances of success.
That's a great one. The learned helplessness is important because, negativity and pessimism really they cloud our interpretation of reality. Everything becomes, bad, right? And we get depressed. We have no motivation, no energy. There's actually another great book It was called, I think it's called The Book of Small Delights or something like that. It's by I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head right now. But anyway, it's a great book. Basically, what he did was this author took a challenge for himself to find a delight every day and write it down. And so write down the experience. And what's interesting is by focusing on simple pleasures and small delights, you actually can start to build that positivity up again and positive feeling. And it can actually has been shown to change your attitude, which is interesting because that positive attitude is really crucial for having the energy, the desire, and the motivation to move forward and to really start, you know, starting anew, right? And building your own life from, scratch, essentially.
Yeah, it's a great technique focusing on gratitude because, you know, if you're not grateful for it now, when you get what you actually want, you're probably not going to be grateful for that either.
Yeah, right. And
Uh,
then
so,
you have a whole new set of problems.
yeah, absolutely, because every blessing comes with its burden. Now, one other thing I think that's really important in getting a fresh start, and this is crucial, is taking action. All right. I say it's my new quote that the road to mediocrity is paved with good ideas because ideas are a dime a dozen. People have tons of ideas, but it's not until you actually put an idea into action when you execute on it that any change will be made.
I like that too because action is crucial. I mean, for really any development, right? Any betterment in our lives, any progress forward, the main thing we have to do is act. If we don't act, nothing will happen. And I love that idea too because, right, everybody has great ideas of what they want to do, who they want to be, but if you don't do anything, none of it will happen. It's the only way to guarantee your situation doesn't change is to not do anything, right? So action
Yeah.
is crucial. And I think, with that too, really starting to kind of embrace our fear and starting to address it, live with it so that we can overcome it and we're not limited by it. Because really, a lot of our inaction, I think, is definitely caused by, fear and imagining something that isn't really there. Once we take action and try things, we realize that what we thought would be, this really negative experience isn't the case. And I think that's proven time and time again in my own life. I know it's been proven in yours too, right? Every time we take action and we kind of overcome those fears, we realize they weren't really there in the first place. They weren't really anything.
Yep. They disappear. Great. So I think that's a lot of really good tips on how to get a fresh start. You could even say that was a quick fix for people to get a
It
fresh
was a
start.
quick fix, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think kind of acknowledging where you are, having a direction to head, taking action, working through fear, those are all really good steps and can send people on their way to help them get a fresh start. So anything else
Yeah.
you'd like to add in this episode, Danny?
No, I think that's great information. And I think we'll end it here. So it's a quick fix, right?
Perfect. So thank you all for joining us so much. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and we will see you all in the next quick fix. Peace.
All right. Take care. Bye.